If you clicked on this video, you probably already know a little bit about ICT's power of three or open, low, high, close. If not, you've seen a ton of people using it and you see how powerful it really is. What I've done is simplified this strategy down to one time-based entry model that you can take once to twice a day at a specific time. So I like to trade the 10 a.m. 4-hour open, low, high, close during 10 a.m. Eastern time or 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so you can take an AM or a PM session trade with this. So I'm going to go ahead and actually explain exactly how you're going to enter trades like this. Obviously, the market's been crashing. Most of our entries have been short. So we are going over a short entry today. Now, this is a trade that I did take on live. If you do want to watch me live trade for completely free for 7 days and get entire access to my full video module course, all of my funded account strategy guides and risk management guides for completely free, then go ahead and click that first link down below. Now let's go ahead and get started and just click on bar replay. So basically what we want to do is wait for a new 4-hour candle to open. Okay, so right here we're about to get the 4-hour candle opening right here. Okay, that's always what we want to wait for. Now this is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Now before that, we actually want to identify our bias. So right off the bat here, I can jump on to the higher time frame and see we are shifting back to the downside. Okay, we clearly tried to push up, right? But all we ended up doing is having kind of a false push here on most of these time frames. And on the 4-hour, we can see we had an inversion fair value gap right before this new 4-hour candle opened. So a 4-hour inversion told me that we are ready to continue within the bearish trend. So that's kind of the first thing that I'm going to do. Now I'm hopping on to the lower time frame around the 1 to the 5 minute. We're on the 5 minute right here. So the first thing we see either right before, at, or kind of right after the 4-hour candle opens is going to be an accumulation. Okay, which is basically just consolidation or sideways movement. So this is not accumulation. This is accumulation. This is also accumulation. This is accumulation. Okay, you get the deal. It's sideways price action. Okay, so that's really what we're looking out for. Now, once I see that accumulation at around that 4-hour candle open, I'm going to wait for a manipulation into some sort of fair value gap. Okay, so bar replay is going a little quick here, but as you can see, we have clearly manipulated into this 15-minute fair value gap, and also we have tapped into a breaker here. Now that's not as important. Really, all we want to do is be putting in the true high of this new 4-hour candle right here. Okay, as you can see, that manipulation leg to the upside is forming a high of that 4-hour candle, right? Now we did already tap in here, but again, this is kind of just another additional lower time frame sweep. Okay, also we can see the 4-hour candle opened right here. Okay, it kind of opened and instantly pushed up. Okay, so it didn't really have, a true leg there, but we can see stayed in that accumulation range. Once we kind of broke out of that range in a significant manner with this bigger push up, more so after the open, again, this push up would be pretty instant. That's like 3 minutes right after. When there's no news, usually it takes a little bit longer. So again, that's why we waited for an additional sweep. But again, we get that sweep, and then what we can see to the downside, and we'll flip onto the 5 minute here, we can see clearly structure is trying to get validated. Structure is trying to get invalidated, excuse me. All right, now for entry point, I usually like to find entry on the 1 to the 5 minute. I would probably take a 1 minute entry for this trade because we had that second sweep there. So basically, we have our most recent bullish fair value gap becomes inversed right here. So that tells me that, okay, we have officially flipped from bullish to bearish. Okay, so that's where I take my short entry. and I keep my stop at the high where that 4-hour high has been put in, our manipulation high. That is always where I like to keep my stop loss for the majority. So once you've found your entry, again, something else to note, you are basically trying to, in a way, top tick this 4-hour candle, but just on the lower time frame. So if you're able to enter above the opening price of that candle in a very bearish market, that is the ideal entry, which is exactly what we did. We're above the opening price there. We can go ahead and for this trade, not for all PO3s, but for this trade, since the accumulation was larger and more significant, we can target accumulation lows, and we can also target, got a little bit of liquidity right there that we can target. So that's going to be a level. Also, we have some lows down here, and then I'd probably take some off somewhere in between there as well. So we can see this trade ride out and distribute pretty quickly here. Would have caught about 1,000 ticks on a 2 p.m. move there, so pretty significant trade there. Now I know that one might have been a bit complicated, okay, but basically all you need to understand is that first, price will accumulate at or around this larger time frame candle's open. We will then manipulate or make a somewhat significant move above that accumulation range. And once structure finally breaks back down, we are going to enter short, trying to basically top or bottom tick, right? We are waiting for the open, the high to form, and then we are trading the distribution down to eventually make it slow and close. So you're trying to catch basically this whole 4-hour candle if you are at all able to. Now, again, if you want a full rundown on the PO3 strategy with this specific candle and the PO3 in general, you want to absolutely master it for completely free. I dropped a fully free PO3 Bible that goes over literally everything you could possibly need to know to turn profitable with this strategy. So if you do want the PO3 Bible for completely free, again, that's going to be the second link down below. I'm going to be posting a ton of more YouTube videos this month, so please drop a like and leave a comment of what kind of videos you want to see next or any questions that you may have. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week.